Hey, how's it going everyone? Jigsaw Killer here. Welcome back to The Evil Within AKUMU. No keys, no upgrades, and no damage run. In this video, we're going to go over chapters 10 and 11. Two of the largest chapters in the game. Yeah, in this video, we're going to get some of the craziest gameplay. Probably the biggest challenges of the game right here. Especially with everything that goes on with, not upgrading. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to snipe him. We're going to trigger the trap here. We're going to pick up this torch. And we're going to burn this first guy that pops up here. Pick up his axe. Take out that hunted there. Get the sniper ammo. And here we'll craft some electric bolts. So here we're just going to take our time. Obviously, we want to prevent damage as much as we can. Set an electric bolt. Now, while those hunted are running into the electric bolt, we're going to snipe this guy in the distance. So, if you play this game a lot, you'll know that there's like two snipers there. The second sniper only spawns if you run to the spot where you can snipe them at the door. So that door just to the right there. As long as you don't walk up to there, the second sniper won't spawn. So that's something to keep in mind. Here, we're just gonna get this guy out. Yeah, I figured out that if you drop down there with like a roll, it makes that guy like run for you. Where usually he's usually standing in place. But yeah, here we're just gonna get these guys' attention. You want to either directly shoot that guy or do like a couple of shots, or they all won't, start coming for Sebastian. And while they're, coming out here, we'll let them get decapitated and we'll disarm some traps here. Wait for the blade to go by, just make sure we don't get decapitated. And then here, yeah, we're just going to take our time here. And at this point, we want to put the battery into the spot here. And after we do this, there's going to be another sniper that will spawn here. We're going to take him out. You can see him like running up there. We're going to wait for him to stand up here and just snipe him. And that's the first section done here. Just managing our stamina. Incoming here, there's a pretty cool stealth kill you can do on this trauma enemy. The timing of this is when you initially climb onto the ladder, you want to wait like a couple of seconds and then jump down. And once you jump down, you want to like move a little bit to the right, and then just start walking up behind them, and you'll be able to stealth kill them there. I think that's the only trauma that gets insta kill from that stealth kill. For whatever reason, it's scripted to kill them. Like if you can stealth kill the other traumas, but it doesn't actually kill them. It does like probably like more than half their health. Yeah, so for this part, we're gonna throw a bottle there at that wall. It's gonna attract like most of the haunted here, all the ones that are actually awake. There's a good few haunted awake here, and then there's like I think there's like 3 on the ground. Pretending to be asleep or whatever. Let's bait these guys over here. And we have the explosive on the wall there, so let's use an explosive bolt with do like a double damage there. So at this point, we're just going to try and be as careful as possible here. Just to make sure we don't get trolled in some sort of way. There's still another guy lurking. Yeah, there he is, look. Here I'm just trying to save as much ammo as possible. So I'm intending to like shoot this guy as he sprints so he falls on the ground, but it's just not happening. And at the same time, we're dealing with the really, really inconsistent aiming. Ooh, that was pretty close there with him wiggling on the ground there. That's Pretty notorious way of dying on a AKUMU. They start wiggling like that. Now if they get by there, we'll go over here. Yeah, there's actually a bunch of ammo in this whole section here. We'll pre-set down an electric bolt there. There's 3 shotgun rounds here, and there's more sniper rounds here as well. So coming up here for this part here, after you put in the battery, a lot more Honda are going to spawn on our way back here. The first thing we're going to do here is we're going to immediately just sprint here. For whatever reason, they don't fully see you when you sprint up there. They just run to the spot that you just ran to there. So you can just like camp here and just shoot them as they run in. And there's still another Honda incoming, so we're just waiting for that last one to show up there. Here, I was trying to see here if I could get the stealth kill off from the front, but the effect on the flash ran out. But thankfully, the prompt to do the backstab is still there. That lasts for like way longer. So here I was seeing it's random if a fat hunted here will spawn or a regular one, so I was gonna use the axe just to insta kill if it was a small one, because the axe won't actually insta kill that guy. And here you wanna wait like a sec before you run there, because the trauma actually does have an actual hitbox there. Like as he's getting stunned, he's like entering an attack animation. And even though he's getting stunned there, you can actually still take damage. So you wanna wait a second before you actually fully run there. And that's this like second section done here, and then we have the section coming up here with the lever, the really long lever to turn, in which this area has 2 traumas in it and 2 haunteds. And basically you want to see what it takes kind of a bit of time before the trauma enemies start attacking you. So you really want to see what the haunted are doing. You gotta see if they're gonna come for me right away. The one in the back, that's sort of far away. So we'll start off by shooting this guy. He'll land into the bear trap. That guy's immediately running for us, which is usually very good. And here we're gonna attempt to like freeze them all together. Now, if we're quick enough, we actually could just set down 1 electric bolt, but we're just gonna just to be completely safe, we'll set down 2 of them. Yeah, this is probably like my favorite strat. There are multiple strats for this area that we can do as well, but I definitely like this strat the most. Knocking the guy into the bear trap, and then, you know, going from there. You definitely have more control. And I hear you don't need to turn the lever. You can just crawl through there. That's not, if you're wondering, that's not risky at all. You literally have to be like going right into the blades if you want to get hit there. And that's these like first gauntlet sections. And then coming here is the lower segments where it's I guess it's like a semi-boss fight, but it's more of a, you know, a running segment. So we're gonna trigger this. Lore's gonna spawn in here. And this can be a little bit scary because obviously we can only spin for 3 seconds, so the first thing we'll do is we'll bait out a grab from her there, and then just wait for a second here while we're waiting for the gate to open. Should be enough time to get through. Like here, you never really have to worry about Laura actually like catching up to you. She always like stops at a certain point. There is a tiny chance she might catch up to you in the door there, but it's really rare. So here I'm just managing her stamina. That haunted there that pops up there right at the door as you get out. He seems kind of scary, and I do recall getting grabbed by him before, but it literally has not happened to me in like years now. And I can't remember like if I was just being too slow or something is the reason why he actually got me. But I do recall getting grabbed from him some time ago. And so here we'll just pre-shoot the lever here. Wait for the flames to go away. And there's like, yeah, there's hanging ammo here. There's also 3 shotgun rounds incoming as well. So here we gotta run and also manage your stamina. It probably looks a bit scary with Laura running there, but she won't actually grab you there. Obviously, unless you're being too slow, but yeah. As long as you're completely running the whole time whenever you're able to, you'll always like get away from her. And here we're just gonna gain as much time as we can. Yeah, we gotta watch what Laura does here. Sometimes she's like super aggressive, and other times she's like very passive, where she's going like really slow. So you gotta know like how to move depending on what she does. And the nice strat you can do there is just completely like circling around and then going back. So she, you know, because she will move depending on where your direction is. So once we come up here, we'll disarm that trap, go over here, and we'll just shoot that so she'll run into the flame. And then we'll just turn this lever and we'll wait for her to come up here. See what she's doing. And while she's burning from that one, we're going to go over here. Another sniper round over there. Here we're like attempting, hoping that she goes for a grab animation there, just because that's like probably like one of the longest animations that she does. So it's a good like bait animation that you can do just so you can run around there then. And then coming here, the first thing we're going to do is just shoot the 2 levers, and at the same time we're just taking our time here because we're going to wait for her, just so she usually will come around this way, so we're just going to wait for her to start sprinting just so we can safely get around here. So yeah, shoot the 3rd lever. Once we jump down, we want to shoot that. Shoot the bomb on the wall. Very specifically timed. Initially when we jump down, you want to be like walking to the body, because she will spawn wherever you're standing. So if I run into the body too quickly, she'll probably run in a spot where she doesn't actually burn, or she actually enters the grab animation quicker than usual. And yeah, this is all just literally kind of nearly timed from the flame will go away there. And that's a pretty good lore segment. And incoming here, we will be fighting the Amalgam Alpha. Definitely one of the... maybe one of the most inconsistent fights you can do in AKUMU, just because of how crazy it can be. Like, if you go into this fight and you're not prepared, you're not like, you don't have an idea, this fight can be like the most chaotic thing ever. This is a fight like that you benefit when you know how the Amalgam Alpha acts and what you can do to, you know, stagger him or stun him. You know, and a good way to start off the fight is just to hide behind the pillar, which you start off behind the pillar. And you can literally just wait for the Amalgam Alpha to look around with his eye, and when you shoot the eye, it like, you know, staggers him for a good amount of time. I'm not too sure how much damage the sniper shot actually does when you shoot him in the eye. But it definitely is a good point, because you could like plan it out to start off with a sniper shot, shoot him in the eye, and then probably go for a bunch of explosive bolts or maybe a few grenades. I feel like grenades are probably more something you want to do at the end of the animation, because grenades can tend to make the Amalgam Alpha jump out of the animation. So yeah, we're purposely hiding behind the pillar, because our own explosive bolt can ricochet off Sebastian as well. There's like, when an explosive bolt goes off, shrapnel starts flinging across the area. And it can either hit the boss or hit Sebastian himself, so... And it does have a pretty, big length. Yeah. So here we're just gonna avoid his attack there. If you want to avoid the attack that he does there when he's coming for you in the second phase here, a good way is to just kind of like run into him and running to the sides. But yeah, he's almost dead here. It can be it really can be a pain if you're trying to get accurate shots on him. But that's the Amalgam Alpha fight done. Very done in a very unconventional way. But I was actually glad I was able to show off, you know, the insta kill that he does there, and that you actually can avoid it. It's actually pretty good. Like, if you get that timing off, you can actually just make him do that over and over. And if you want, if you're someone that doesn't mind spending a lot of time, you could actually just melee him over and over, and he will actually die. It just does very, very low damage, and you'll be there for, you know, a long time. But now we're on to chapter 11. The first like segment there, we get the Magnum, get the sniper ammo. Yeah, and here's the first section that has enemies and so on. First thing we'll do is we'll get this guy, shoot him, and just burn him. And yeah, we're just gonna like take out all the enemies in this area. Got lucky with a crit shot there. So here we'll take out this guy with the sniper. And at this point, I want to try save the sniper rounds from here, just for the sections incoming. I was actually hoping I could stealth kill him, but you actually you want to be like moving slow like the whole time when you're climbing over. So here, yeah, we'll shoot this guy down. Just do headshots. So that's a good way to save resources, because there is like a lot of like handgun rounds around these parts. So yeah, we'll take out him, get this ammo. And here we're going to trigger the segment. You trigger this segment by actually clicking on this door that's locked. And then like 3 hunted, I believe, spawn here. And yeah, we'll shotgun these guys. And just to make sure that they don't wiggle as I'm burning them, we'll just flash them. It definitely is a good idea to start burning a lot of most of the enemies here, because there is matches there as we just got. Also to point out here, so as you can see, we just ran by that guy, and this other guy. There's 2 machine gun guys here. As you can see, they're not attacking me. You can consistently do this. If you want to do this strat, it's all about just immediately sprinting once you grab the key. That's all it is. So before you grab the key, make sure you have full stamina, and then just, you know, run up, go behind the first machine gun guy. Make sure you kind of run to the left to make sure he doesn't actually shoot you, because you're behind the wall then. And then the second guy has to do like a few animations before he starts attacking you. He's like climbing up, and then by the time you get to the door, he like jumps down, and then he climbs back up again for whatever reason. I think it might be because you're getting close to him, so he's probably like, something with his like programming is making him jump down because you're getting close to him or something. Or I'm actually not too sure what it is. He might do that like regardless. But yeah, it's a pretty sweet, consistent strat. Since they're, you know, the machine gun guys are like, you know, one of the most annoying enemies in the entire game, so having that strat there is pretty sweet. So yeah, very simple stuff here. We're going to use the bottle here. This will force the Shigio to get baited over there and be just run by. Incoming here is the section with the 2 Ruvik clones. And I hear there's more matches you can get as well. There's a bunch of matches in this section. At this part, and then like the section just as you get to the shorter door segment after this. So yeah, we have a bit of time before we can actually start this fight. We're going to pre-burn that Haunted there. She is kind of a little bit aggressive, so she'll be like running for us at the beginning. And to start off this fight, we're going to do a charged up harpoon shot and shoot him around his body. This will make him fling into the wall. And I'm purposely like running to the wall there just to make sure this this clone's direction is, you know, directly coming for me. So yeah, and just set down. That's something. If you don't know, you can actually shoot the lower arms that are coming for you with a gun, and that'll despawn them.
Some kind of fake?
Obviously, the shotgun would be best for that, since, you know, blast radius and all that. Yeah, so this section here, this is one of the toughest parts of the entire game on AKUMU. This part can be so just unfair with the way it's designed, especially the last Haunted that you gotta kill, in which he, like, you know, he will frame perfectly shoot you once he pops up. You can't like get him before he gets you. So you gotta like know the timing, everything. So the first time we sniped the first guy that was hiding on the thing. Once the shutter opens, we freeze that guy. And I was attempting to, if you shoot this guy at the right spot, he'll just like fall over the edge, but it didn't happen that time. So the first wave, and now we're just gonna wait for the second wave using an electric bolt. And we'll just run over, burn these guys. Now the reason why we put an electric bolt there on the ladder is because when you set down a there's a chance when you set down an electric bolt, when there's like bodies around burning, the bolts can despawn. You just get like sucked into the ground or whatever. Something to do with the bodies that are like already on the ground, or yeah, like I said, burning. And at this point, we're just waiting for these 2 guys. One thing to point out it's kind of hard to explain because it doesn't actually happen, or it's not something you can visually see, but you can actually skip a wave of enemies in this part. If you do this part like quickly, you actually skip one wave of enemies, and that's what we did there. If we didn't skip one wave of enemies before those 2 machine gun guys, we would have had another wave before those guys. I think it's another wave of 2 Haunted. I think one of them has a bolts. And here we're going to get this sniper. So this sniper spawns when you run to the ladder there. As you can see, just before, I ran to the ladder and then I stopped and turned around. His like spawning in trigger happens exactly when you get close to the ladder. So it's, if you want an easy way of taking him out, you can go to the ladder and then just go back like I just did. And just take him out. You also want to try and stand in the same spot that I was when I shot him, because there is some sort of weird hitbox where it's like blocking. It's like blocking him or whatever. So you'll actually just shoot nothing when you're trying to headshot. So if you want to get like an easy way of shooting him, make sure you're standing where I was when I sniped him. And here we have, incoming will be, what, 2 machine gun guys, and then the guy with the axe, and then the fat Haunted and the regular Haunted. We also got this little glitch there. Doesn't really do too much, it just makes it so the machine gun guys will take longer to come down here, so we As you can see here, I missed 2 shots. This will make the run more interesting. So I have to deal with this run now with 2 less Magnum rounds. So here, yeah, we use just 2 flashes, one for the other haunted there, and then one for the machine gun guy. So yeah, because I missed those Magnum shots there, most likely I don't think I'll use the Magnum shots now. I usually probably use one of these Magnum shots. Probably against the Keeper in Chapter 13, in the Meat Locker fight. Something like that. In which, like, the Magnum we use is basically for the Quell boss, and then I'll keep like a couple left for the end of the game. And here we have the Gondola segment. Yeah, this is all... The main thing about this is... Most of the deaths come from this is how many shots that you miss, especially on the no upgrades, so... Like, if I get all the shots here, like, it's way easier. And the timing of these guys spawning out is the same, but because like the Haunted's movements are inconsistent, they can take longer than usual to jump down. Like this guy that pops the coming with the machine gun. It's random how quickly he will pop down, so if he takes a lot of time, you know, this machine gun guy can get me, or the Molotov guy. And yeah, that guy to the right with that's throwing the axe there with the barrel, he can get you sometimes as well when you're in here. When you're just there waiting. But that's a pretty good Gondola segment. And after this segment there is Magnum ammo. Yeah, this chapter is definitely has some of the toughest parts of the entire game. I have to say, this chapter is actually one of my least favorite chapters in the game. For me, this is like when I was first playing the game, this chapter was kind of like the game starting to drag on a little bit. And the next chapter as well. I'm not the biggest fan of chapter 12 just because of how it's designed. But I really do love chapter 13 and 14. They're some of the coolest chapters, I think. And yeah, there was a bunch of ammo we got there. The matches. And all those haunted that you see there, those are like the same haunted that you will actually fight once you go up to save Kidman. Like, you would probably think maybe that, you know, these enemies are like scripted right now, you know, and that the haunted that they actually fight are probably different, but no, these are the same ones. So I took one out with the sniper, and actually I got really lucky there. I actually managed to shoot that haunted with an unupgraded handgun. With no accuracy upgrade, we actually got him. And our intention is to use an electric bolt once we get up there, so we have 2 less haunted to worry about. Because, you know, like I say all the time, the haunted's movement is so like inconsistent in this game. So we've got to see like how they're gonna move and how they will run into the electric bolt. They might be running in like a very, just, you know, very weird way, where they like might be like too far away from the other haunted and they won't all burn together. And yeah, we'll just shoot both those bodies down. There's actually 2 of the Shigeos here. And we'll just go by here. Now, at this point here, I'm like making sure I have everything reloaded as I run up here. And here we want to walk just to make sure we have full stamina. We're going to shoot a shot there to get their attention, just so they start running after me quicker. Set down an electric bolt and see what happens here. And that's pretty good, right? Yeah, that right there is a good group burn. And while this cutscene is happening, we can go over here. There's a bear trap, like a very sneaky bear trap. That bear trap can be so troll because there's like a window that you can like jump over there and you'll land like right into the bear trap. And here, very specific movement. So there's like a bomb there in the wall, and then once you run here, there's this guy. Because of the stamina, you gotta know how to manage it if you want to just run by there. In which a good timing is to start sprinting when the bomb starts beeping, and you want to make sure you have full stamina. And that's how you'll be able to run by there with no stamina upgrades. And here, this part's just completely random. It's just reacting to how the Roombas move. So we're just gonna wait, see what's going on, and we got yeah, we got pretty lucky here. The Roombas are all like in the back there now. One of my most disliked sections here, just because of how random that is, and how far this is into the game. You know, you could be on such a nice run, and then yeah, the Roombas get you. Also, a little funny thing there with the Haunted, you can, if you wait for him to like turn around, you can literally sprint up and stealth kill him. No idea why. There's no, he doesn't like, he probably does trigger after a couple of seconds, but there's something with his AI where I know this part's sort of scripted when he starts running up there, because it's like, you know, the whole section is about the gas and all that, and, you know, those guys having a trigger where if they see you, it triggers a cutscene. But yeah, there's something there where you can just stand there and wait and then stealth kill him. And to finish off this chapter, we're going to pre-equip the Magnum. That's going to be for the next chapter, for the spider. It'll enable us to skip a couple of attack animations. Yeah, and here we're just gonna grab the trap part there and just get all the ammo. Definitely worth to get. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do leave a comment and like below. It supports the channel, you know, gets the video seen more. So, and I'll see you guys in the next one.